free market and capitalism. When the free market and capital, have you seen Newsweek and Time Magazine with the covers the last 3 months? Richard, pull it up. Time Magazine, Newsweek called for shredding the Constitution. You've seen it in newsstands. Get rid of the Constitution. It'll fix it. I hear pundits everywhere. We'll fix everything. We get rid of the Constitution. I heard Bloomberg in the last 2 weeks and CNBC say, get rid of democracy in Europe. The Germans don't want to vote to pay, and to raise their taxes and cut their benefits. It's austerity. All of you idiot left out there calling for bigger government, you're not going to get any of the tax money. It's all going to the bankers, you stooges. And when things get even worse, they'll call to raise taxes even more, and you'll lose even more jobs and lose even more of your pay. And then you'll riot for more communism, and things will get worse and worse, like China and like Russia, until you wake up and stop letting these bankers manipulate you. And you mainline conservatives, man. The fact, just type in, search web, not news. News won't find it. Click the news tab up at the top. Now click web. Just type in Newsweek says get rid of the Constitution. So Newsweek says get rid of the Constitution. And it shows the Constitution being shredded and says, is it outdated? And it's just like Case for Killing Granny. They said, yeah, we got death panels. We're going to murder your grandmother. Bill Gates, what did Bill Gates say last year? He said, you can hire 10 teachers if we just don't give grandma treatment in her last few years of life. And the teachers all clapped. You idiots. The same predatory system that'll kill a grandma and tell you you're going to get a job because you killed somebody is going to screw you too. There it is. Yeah, just Newsweek says get rid of the Constitution. Just add Infowars.com to the end of it. Doesn't matter. I'm trying to do it on the road, what I do. We just got to put a printer on here, and then I can actually... I know what, the crew up there, if they can find it, can put it up. I don't see it here. Maybe it was Time. I know it was both of them wrote articles about it. And it's burning up in here. All right, let's do a test and see if it's too loud. Well, it takes a long time to cool it down, doesn't it? So now that it's gotten so hot, it won't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody's seen those articles. Now, or click on images. That may bring it up. Listen to me. Listen to me. The left-right system is a way to play us off against each other. Instead of us being about ideas, we're about race or religion or what political football team we're in. Dallas Cowboys, Redskins, Coke, Pepsi, Ford, Chevy. Get out of that. Get outside the box. Get more sophisticated. We're fighting monopoly men who use government regulation to shut down their competition. There it is. You found it. There it is. Does it still matter? And it shows the Constitution being shredded right there. And then it goes into basically say, if we get rid of it, it'll fix everything. Thank you. Now, this is big what we're doing. This is big what we're launching. This is big. We're going to get this video posted to our YouTube channel. It's streaming right now at prisonplanet.tv. We've got the audio stream up at Infowars.com. We're streaming it on Justin TV. I am going to, history's happening right now, and I am going to turn it loose. You're going to see some absolute kick-butt behavior coming out from us, but I need your help in this. I need you to hit the streets. I need you to start planning and then emailing us. Richard, what's your email?
Richard@Infowars.com.
Richard@Infowars.com is one place you can send emails. You can send them to Kurt Nimmo. Different things. We're going to start posting where different in the Fed protests are happening around the country, just like Paul Revere. Don't wait for orders from headquarters. Go to the sound of the guns. You are the 21st century Paul Revere. The globalists are running a giant psyop. They've triggered our economic implosion. Now they're throwing us a life raft that is going to take us straight to hell. We got to get people on the real life raft of free market, constitution, fair weights and measures, freedom, low taxes, not globalism, not foreign banks raping us. We are going to go after the Federal Reserve peacefully and identify them. And even if you can't come to the demonstrations, call your local radio and TV when you hear about one in your area. Call them, tell them to be there, because there's enough heat going right now that they'll have to start reporting on it, that people are at these events. And that's why the cops are so nice. Well, they beat people up in New York and places because the cops don't know why. They're being told by psychological warfare chiefs. They're too stupid. They're compartmentalized. They beat people up when they want to get attention. They're beating people up and arresting them to make them look like martyrs so that it gains steam. The cops are going to kiss your butts at these Federal Reserve events because they do not want anybody to be arrested. They're there with the Army watching. They're scared. They know, my God, the people are actually got sunglasses like they live. They can see. We're not out here fighting puppet Wall Street, simple name, capitalism. Oh, yeah. No. We don't want the Soviet system. We're not here attacking Obama or Bush or some new puppet. We're going right to the eye of Sauron, right to the eye on the dollar bill, right to the New World Order, right to the private Federal Reserve that represents the 6 big offshore megabanks. Okay? We're going right at them, right at them, right at them. They want to misdirect all this energy, all this anger, this concern, this awareness. They want to send that at the American people. They want to take your energy and anger and get a giant mass of the unwashed mob, as the globalists would call them, the useful idiots, and take that energy we throw at the bankers and throw it back at the American people. So they get even more power. The globalists get more taxes, more regulations, more control. We need to take this anger that's now crusting. That's why the globalists are triggering their Soros armies, triggering their Acorn Obama groups to come out and go, we want more taxes, get the rich people. So they shut down the guy that owns a breakfast taco place down the street from you with more taxes. That's who these people hit. $125,000 a year. $125,000 a year is like what making $50,000 was 10, 15 years ago. Look at the numbers. Somebody making $1 million a year is making the equivalent like 300, 400,000. 10, 15 years ago. Look at the numbers, depending on where you live in the country. And they're saying, Warren Buffett, get the rich people. I'm exempt from taxes. It isn't right. I'm making billions on bailouts, he doesn't tell you. He wants more bailout money. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, get the rich guys. He's like, get them. And they go out to the middle class and steal their money and take it to him and Rothschild and Rockefeller. I see you. I know who you are. We're going to occupy the Federal Reserve. Now, I can show up at different events, and I can be there. But obviously, I can't camp out at one spot. I'm almost tempted to. That would really get attention, to the fact that they're the bankers. We've got to get attention on who is really behind it. We have to go past the puppets to the real leadership of the globalists, or we have no hope. But the globalists could have miscalculated, like Iceland and other areas. This could backfire on them. We could defeat them. Our numbers, like Richard said, are a lot bigger than they used to be. It's going to be fluid. I'll think about it. We'll announce it tomorrow. Tentatively, I'm going to be in Dallas and then San Antonio and Houston. But I don't think we can wait the more I look at this. Because the globalists, I was watching this Wall Street thing. I knew Soros was involved. Now the media is all behind it, giving it as much attention. They're saying, oh, this is great. And the New York Times, like, how wonderful of them. Folks, even if they were wonderful, when the New York Times says you're wonderful, look out. Okay, you notice they don't say that about the real Tea Party that Ron Paul movement started. They don't say that about liberty groups. You notice that. They demonize them even when they are popular because we're going after the real... They tried to have Republicans co-opted and they demonized it. An attack from both sides that control paradigm. So in summation, the George Soros Democratic Party banker-owned system that teams up with the very same Republicans, 2 wings on the same carrion bird, the same buzzard, they are launching an all-out co-opting movement of our revolution against the globalist, our restoration of the republic. We expose the bankers. We expose their fiat system. The bankers think the public isn't sophisticated enough to get that. They turn loose the Al Gore-ites, and I've watched them on the news and on their own clips. They turn loose the George Soros, Obamanoids, calling for more taxes. That's their strategy going into this new election. And they've got the Super Congress in place to literally loot this country in globalist reparations to the banksters up one side and down the other. So again, I'm Alex Jones asking you nationwide, don't wait. Even if it's just 10 of you, your libertarian group, your liberal group, your anti-war group, your conservative group, your bird-watching group, your seniors group, whoever's being screwed by this, and that's all of us. If it's 5 of you, get out to your local Federal Reserve. Point out, this is the problem. This is the 6 banks that make the rules and are exempt and give themselves trillions. These are the people that created the derivatives. These are the people that say they're above the law. These are the people that won't tell Congress where the trillions went, and now we learn it's to the media to buy them off. These are the people. This is a test. Can the globalists at this critical juncture? We did our work. We woke up people. We energized the population of this world. We're giving the globalists a run for their money. We can and we will defeat them. It is up to you. But please, And again, I get blindsided. I knew this was Sorosian, but I wanted to try to be positive about protesting Wall Street. And I was watching the libertarian groups get pushed aside and the Patriot groups and the Tea Party groups. And I confirmed with our reporters and others that basically there's hissing Democrats there that kick everybody out and lead everything. And then this isn't a populist movement. This is a Soros movement. We've got to energize everybody to go up against the bankers. They're the ones that launch the wars. If you Democrats out there want the same old, then go to your things and follow your chants and call for higher taxes. But if you want to wake up and break your mental change, now's the time. Same thing to mainline Rush Limbaugh listeners and Glenn Beck viewers and people. It is time for you to really get sophisticated. And this isn't sophisticated. It's sophisticated next to the mindlessness they feed you. But it's time to figure out exactly what's going on. It's time to figure out exactly what we are facing. Are you surfing the web on the same video package or using it? Huh?
At the moment, it's still working. We got audio.
Hey, is it still working on your end whenever he searches stuff over here or watches video? But is it making it get choppy when we check stuff on the web? Yeah, it is. It is. Definitely. We're just testing stuff. What we'll have to do is whenever we're on the road, we'll use whoever's local wireless. Or can't we get somebody else's network? Can't we get 2 4G cards to where I can surf the web while I'm on here?
That's what that smartphone idea was behind.
Well, we better get one.
Yeah.
Better get one fast. Because I know we have 2 other smartphones, but they're already in the field. One just went to New York.
We'll get what we need.
Our reporters are in the field. The revolution is here. Will you let Soros and Al Gore and the Rothschilds and Obama and the neocons co-opt this awakening, or will we get the word out and expose the fact that socialism and communism on the grassroots is a funding mechanism to the offshore above the law fascists who use it as a way to suck all of our wealth into themselves? And they dangle that number of, look at the super elite. 2% have got, 80% of the money. Get that guy with $100,000 a year. Because they know poor people think a person making $100,000 a year is the elite. We're talking about people that have stolen trillions. We're talking about people that get hundreds of billions in bailout money apiece. People that are exempt from laws. People whose wealth is secret, like the British and Dutch crown, who call for carbon taxes. Wake up. Stop being conned. I know it's fun for the left to hate anybody with money and anybody who's free market. But you're not going to get your communist utopia. It's banker run. They funded the Soviets, for God's sakes. They funded Hitler. You can see them. You can see them launching a total takeover of society. And they're going to, pretty soon, the welfare checks and the 50 million people on food stamps, you're still going to get your food stamps. It's just not going to buy the food anymore because the Federal Reserve is devaluing the money. And instead, they're going to go out and burn down middle-class neighborhoods. You watch. And the government's going to say, see, raise taxes. And they're going to burn down middle-class neighborhoods. That's what people have been taught to do instead of going after the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve knows they're the enemy. They know they're the people that run the society through fraud. That's why you go to a big Federal Reserve office, they have battlements around them. Here's another thing. I'm tempted to go to the Kansas City Fed. That's the one where Aaron Dykes and Rob Jacobson were at. That's the one that Herman Cain was the head of, and he said on the old boards, he said, just call them. Go visit the Federal Reserve. They're your friend. Really, my guys were a half-mile away videotaping them, and they came with guns off their jurisdiction, security guards, and threatened my guys with guns. Color of law, like road warrior, just lawlessness to leave. I think I'm going to go to the Kansas City Fed. And I guess come on out there in your black uniforms and point your guns at me. I'm sick of it. You're the ones that want violence. You're the ones that send the army out to our events because you know that we know you're the real and illegitimate government. And we're sick of it. You want to bankrupt our country. You want to bring in our world government. I know a lot of you lefties will take the cowardly way out. They'll just go protest capitalism and go protest your boss or something, or go protest somebody who's, got sandals that are nicer than yours. And all you Republicans like the easy way. You'll just say Wall Street's perfect and the Federal Reserve's good, and you'll mix it all together and defend all the crony capitalism and the robbing and the thieving that went on under Bush. And if you don't wake up to all this, you're going to lose everything. If you don't wake up, you're going to lose everything. Do you understand me? It's time to wake up. It's time to go up against the Federal Reserve. It's time to occupy Wall Street. It's time to occupy the people that control Wall Street. So instead of just going to some distant thing and sitting there having New York thug gangster cops beat you up, or direct, they made them, this is confirmed, off of the sidewalk, and they made them block the highway because they were told to. The New York cops were told to put them in the highway. That way it gives them massive attention.